It feels like, Chaitanya Charitamrita. It feels like the essence, the crux of the matter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Gaudiya Sampradaya, is standing out, is coming out from the text, standing out and staring at us. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and here we are Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Gauranga Mahaprabhu has come down. Lord Krishna has come down as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with the whole mission of to show how to do devotion to Bhagavan, to show the ways of Sharanagati. This is how you do devotion to Bhagavan, especially in this age of Kali Yuga. This is how you can have devotion for Bhagavan, prema bhakti for Bhagavan. This is what you need to do to have prema bhakti for Bhagavan. For this point, to show this point, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Krishna came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And we are Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And our Prayojana is prema bhakti. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is already showing the Abhideya. So you have Sambandha to Bhagavan. And your Abhideya is this. See, I am showing this to you. This is how you should do. This is what you should do. The whole Chaitanya Charitamrita is showing the Abhideya. Nāma-saṅkīrtana haite, sarvānartha-nāśa, sarva-śubhodaya kṛṣṇa-premera ullāsa. This is the Abhideya for Gaudiya Vaishnavas as taught by Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Anything and everything that we do in Bhakti is to come to this point. Okay, I read Shastra. This is it. No, that is not it. All the Shastra reading is to come to this. Nāma-saṅkīrtana haite. Especially for the Gaudiyas. All the Shastra is to be understood. Through the vision and heart of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Everything that we read and hear in Bhakti, the Shastra, has to bring us to this Prema Bhakti, which is Prema Nama in Kali Yuga. Otherwise, how can it be understood that Shastra study is complete? Just because one gets a certificate, just because one starts teaching the courses, that's not it. Has it come to Prema Bhakti? Has it come to Prema Nama? We all may be having the services given by our Gurujana. And they are to be taken as prasada. And they are to be, they engage us in the seva. They are performed as prasada. But we all should get the Prema Nama though. Prema Nama is when the Nama is served according to Sri Sikshashtaka, we get the Prema Nama. So when one is filled with Prema Nama, then whatever is the bhajan inside, that comes as sankirtana. So that kind of becomes overflow of the japa will be the sankirtana. That is when the japa is done in guidance, in light of Sri Sikshashtaka. That's what happens to any Gaudiya devotee. The Nama, Prema. But then how about, okay, my japa is not that great. I'm still in nama-parada. What do I do? Then nāma-saṅkīrtana haite, sarvānartha-nāśa. Nama-aparada is because we have anarthas. How are those anarthas destroyed? Gauranga Mahaprabhu is saying, when you come together, glorify Bhagavan, then all the anarthas will be destroyed. These anarthas, these anarthas are not somewhere outside. They're all inside the head. When we are in the clutches of this polluted mind, intelligence like that, then we think differently, our priorities are different. Everything is just different. We just do a little bit of bhakti here and there like that. Because we have our own inhibitions, limitations, reasons, and they look very convincing. And they can be, sometimes they can be intimidating also. So different kind of inhibitions can stay in the head. So all of those, especially when they are intimidating and inhibitions and like that, all of them, they're mix of those, all those anarthas. Anartha means that is something that is blocking us from coming to Krishna, coming to Krishna with love, prema, nāma. And one thing we have to understand here is, it's not that I'll have a little bit of Krishna and I want something else from this world too. Yeah. I want this person to be like this. I want my family to be like this. I want my job to be like this. I want my life to be like this. And I want the devotees around me to be like this. This, and this, and this. And I also want kṛṣṇa-premera. I also want great attachment for Krishna. And I want to naturally feel drawn to Krishna. I want to feel naturally attracted to Krishna. And my heart should be filled with love for Krishna. That ain't gonna happen. Yeah. That we have to understand. Unless we have such great attachment for Krishna that we see Krishna everywhere. That we are able to see, we can only see Krishna everywhere. We can only see Krishna in every event. We can only see Krishna's hand in every step of our life. When we have that kind of attachment to Krishna, that we can see, we can't help but only see Krishna everywhere. Everywhere, in everything, at every step of life. When that attachment comes, through that attachment comes the absorption. Bhava for Bhagavan. So, how will that attachment come? That we see Krishna at every step in our life, everywhere, all the time. Does it happen if I sit on the things and the people and see that the life goes, the people behave exactly as I want to. If I sit on the things of this world, if I'm so attached to how the things of this world, the people of this world, this life should be, if I'm so attached to those things, how will I be attached to Krishna? So the solution is, so these attachments, yeah, those are the blockers for our attachment to Krishna. Bhakti is to increase our attachment to Krishna. So we can only see Krishna everywhere, all the time, like Krishna's hand. And how does that happen though? Okay, this sounds good. I will start to think, okay, whatever is happening to me, I will start to think that it is Krishna's, and everywhere and all the time I'll think of Krishna. Yes, you can. Yeah. After we hang up the Zoom call, you can try that. That is just hearing on the platform of mind, thinking on the platform of mind. And we know what the mind is. The nature of the mind is sankalpa, vikalpa. The days will pass on like that. Like that in the bhakti aparadha. It will just pass on like that. But how can that attachment to Krishna come? Without that attachment to Krishna, where will be the absorption in the Lord? Antya kale chamameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yatina asti atra samshaya. When will that happen? Without that attachment to the Lord, that smarana, that bhavana. How will that happen in Kali Yuga? Kali kala namarupe Krishna avatara nama haite aya sarva jagata nistada. In this Kali Kala, to come to that stage of smarana and bhava, there is no other means but through nama. We cannot do it on our own. That's why Bhagavan had to come in the form of nama and stay with us. Only when Bhagavan is staying with us in the form of nama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then the nama will go into smarana. So, this is how the sarvānartha-nāśa will happen. When all of us come together, do the kirtan. And then all those anarthas that are very difficult, strong anarthas also, they just get shaped up, they are breaking, they are made into powder and they're dissipated. They just are destroyed. That's the power of nāma-saṅkīrtana. Power of nama itself is so big. And what to speak of when the devotee is intending, coming to with a prayerful mood, yes, I want this anarthas to go away, Bhagavan. And when we come together like that, in that prayerful mood, initially it may not be very tasty because they're all, others are sitting in the head, in the visions and reasons and excuses and this and that, they will sit in the head. But nevertheless, when a step is taken, Bhagavan, please, this anarthas. Actually, we don't even have to pray that the anarthas should go away. They will go away. Gauranga Mahaprabhu already said, when there is nāma-saṅkīrtana, sarvānartha-nāśa, it will happen. You don't even have to put separate effort. You just join the devotees. Be there. You will start to sing and soon you will start to dance and soon you will start to feel happy in the heart. That is sarva-śubhodaya. Shubha-udaya. And the auspiciousness awakens in the heart and you will start to sing and dance in joy. That will happen. And that will take us to kṛṣṇa-premera ullāsa. You will float in the ocean of love of Krishna. Who said this? Is this something that is made up? No. This is sankirtana pitaro. Sriman Mahaprabhu said this. This is the abhideya. You do not dirgena from the nāma-saṅkīrtana to sarvānartha-nāśa, then sarva-śubhodaya. All the auspiciousness, everything is in the heart. And then that will lead to floating in the ocean of kṛṣṇa-premera. So that is the abhideya. This is the abhideya for the Gauriyas. Abhideya for the Gauriyas. So, I am thinking this Chaitanya Charitamrita is all about this. When we are going to Sankirtana, it is simply being in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, coming together, hearing the Krishna Katha, glorifying the Lord in the Kirtan, with the devotees together, is simply being in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Only the Gauriyas do that. Come together, sing and dance together, especially come out on the roads. So which Sampradaya comes? Huh? There are many Vaishnava Sampradayas. Which Sampradaya comes out? Singing and dancing, glorifying the Lord on the streets. Only a Gaudiya Sampradaya, only the Gaudiyas. That is our behavior. Prema Bhakti, that is the magic and potency of the Prema Bhakti that will make the devotees sing and dance in joy. That's Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Abhidriya for us. This, I just feel like we have so much time that we give in a week for this body, to maintain this body and body's body. How much time I'm giving for Krishna? So especially when we are getting closer to 50 in Vanaprastha, like that. Oh, when is our ratio going to shift slowly to Bhagavan, our time, effort, how will the smarana come if that is not given to Bhagavan? So at least on the weekends, I pray at least on the weekends, if it can be part of the wheel of Gauranga Mahaprabhu in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And that I pray. Yeah. So, yeah. And this kind of Gauranga Mahaprabhu said this. He has instructed nāma-saṅkīrtana, haite, sarvānartha-nāśa, sarva-śubhodaya, kṛṣṇa-premera, ullāsa. So this thing, when we follow the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it gets so much easier. So we have to hear what are the instructions of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. We have to hear through the Gaurapriyajana, who lived the instructions of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who lived with Prema Bhakti. So when we hear about Gaurachandra through these Gaurapriyajanas, our acharyas, then that will be the fuel for the nāma-saṅkīrtana. Otherwise, we are in so much in jada, where our fuel is the vani of those Gaurapriyajana. Then we can't stop but go out and sing and dance in joy. Yeah. That's why, when Prabhupada was there on the planet, he said 12 hours of nāma-saṅkīrtana every day on the street has to go on. That was the order from Srila Prabhupada. Devotees used to do that 12 hours. That's not ordinary. See, having the jnana is something. Sarva-dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva-papebhyo mokshayishyami ma sucha. Yeah, you recite and you teach and you give the certificates. That's one thing. But to actually live that, sarva-dharman parityajya namekam sharanam raja, that is something else. So, knowing Shastra is one thing, but seeing that all that Shastra, the whole of Bhagavatam, the whole of Krishna Katha is in the Krishna Nama, and then going out, singing and dancing and joy is always something else. Just, Govinda is really something else. Unless there is empowerment blessings. Unless the Acharya Vani becomes our very strength and the heart, how will that happen? How will that happen? So yeah, just gone down to Gauranga Mahaprabhu to Nitai chant, the representatives of Nitai chant, Gaurapriyajana. I just bow down and I pray that they shower mercy. That's all. That's all, Prabhu. So what we have heard is the Sambandha Vidya and Prayojana, especially for the Gaudiyas. And that is realized. All that is present in the Sri Sikshashtakam. Sri Sikshashtakam is about the Nama. So when the Nama is taken in the mood of Sambandha Vidya and Prayojana, the Prema name, Prema Nama will come through Sri Sikshashtakam. That's how in the Japa, when the Prema Nama is there, it flows out as sankirtana. That is at one stage. And for those who are wanting to get the Prema Nama, for all the anarthas to go away, then nāma-saṅkīrtana haite sarvānartha-nāśa. All the anarthas will be destroyed by default. And the sarva-śubhodaya, all the auspiciousness will come, has to come because of the nāma-saṅkīrtana. And that's how we float in the waves of kṛṣṇa-premera that we have heard. That's the avideya. But that avideya, the fuel of the avideya, the light of the avideya, the strength of the avideya, the heart of the avideya is all the Gaurapriyajana, who are the representatives of Nityananda. It is through them this nāma-saṅkīrtana happens, Prema nāma-saṅkīrtana of Gaurachandra happens. That's what we have, right? And as Gaudiyas, it is our privilege, our fortune to sing and dance the of Chaitanya. That's what we have heard. That's all, Prabhu. That's all, dear devotees. To you, please.